Hi Gemini, and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for December 2021 for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars. If you find this reading at any other point in your life than December 2021, then this can also be valid for you. I think that these things are important to consider when a reading finds you and when a title fits you. So of course this can resonate for you as well. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And let's get started. In the beginning of the reading, I will get into general energies, and in the second part of the reading, I will go into relationship energies and relationship dynamics. So this can be romantic relationships, but any other relationships as well. But of course, I'm having a focus on romantic relationships. So December astrology is pretty eventful. We come into this month already with Neptune moving direct in Pisces. Then on the 4th, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Big deal, because we're really setting a new cycle for our emotional development. So it's really important around the 4th to really imagine where do you want to go emotionally. Also really thinking big, because with Sagittarius we are really allowed and invited to think big, to overcome also boundaries, limiting beliefs, and in general explore more, go above and go beyond the borders and boundaries of our own imagination. And also we have Jupiter moving into Pisces end of the month. So there's a lot of action in Pisces when it comes to our imagination and expanding our dreams and moving forward with our dreams. So it's a really good energy to allow yourself to think big, to dream big, and to pull in all those magical energies for yourself. In the beginning of the month here with the 7 of Swords, I think this is a card that is the only card that is really irritating me in this reading, I think, because there is this element of not wanting to see something, or not wanting to say something, or not wanting to address something with the 7 of Swords, because it's easier, but it's not necessarily better, if you know what I mean. So that's for me very much the 7 of Swords energy. That's why it's often like the deceptive thief energy, but in general it's really an energy that doesn't want to look at all the details, because it's just easier. It's just easier. I think and maybe you're holding back information too. That this could very well be that you're holding back information for because you want peace, or you want balance, and you want stability, and you don't want to upset, or you don't want to have an upheaval of some sorts in your environment, or also in a work environment, maybe even with the Knight of Discs. But with the Knight of Discs, I think we have a really nice position you're coming to from the 7 of Swords, because you're stepping back into your grounding, into your very responsible attitude as well. So the 7 of Swords is not necessarily responsible, but with the Knight of Discs here, you're definitely back in responsible mode, in this is what I have to do to have results kind of mode, and also in a grounded, stable mode. So this can work out in either way, in a workplace or in a family environment. I see strong family environment here, because we have the 4th house dice that came out, and here on the bottom we also have kind of family dynamic energies that came through for me. In work, it could also really be something where really trying to get to a place fast, or you have to work to deadlines, and you kind of have to take the easy way and the fast way. And in the middle of the month, you're allowed to do things a little slower again, a little more profound and long-term thinking. And out of that, I think you will have, by the end of the month, a huge inspiration and and momentum forward and movement forward here with the Queen of Wands. So I think this is a really interesting dynamic. There is a really nice flow to this, even though it's very contrary energies, but I think you're flowing from one energy into the other. It's like air, then it's like earth, and then it's fire. It's really nice. So in a work environment, workplace, by the end of the month, you can really go get it. You know, you can really put in the work with passion, with willpower, being motivated, feeling also playful and creative about things on a very stable foundation here with the Knight of Pentacles. Love that. And it's really time to show yourself as well by the end of the month here. The Sun card, it really represents also the ego in a way. So it is about showing yourself, expressing yourself, bringing yourself outwards, and also wanting, dare to want something. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in a relationship situation, then we have the Two of Wands in reverse for this other person or energy, and then we have a Nine of Swords, which is a little uncomfortable, and then we have a Nine of Wands. Okay, two nines. That's like almost there, is what I hear, almost there. The 5, or the Hierophant, which is the number 5, is also Taurus energy, and this Knight of Discs is Taurus energy as well. So we do have that here as a double sort of energy, or a double down energy. And with the Hierophant, I think you're in a position where you really are very clear and serious about what you want to live and how you want to live it when it comes to relationships. It is about belief systems. The Hierophant is about living out his beliefs, also practicing his beliefs, and having like discipline in that as well. So it is a card, therefore, of tradition, of spiritual tradition, and therefore of marriage as well. I think this could very well be a marriage situation. It doesn't have to be, or a very committed relationship. If not, then it could be just you really being very strong in your beliefs of what you want in a partnership, in a marriage, in a relationship, and how that should manifest, and how you want to commit to that, and how you also do expect kind of other people to commit to that. You're a preacher type of person here. You're teaching also. So this is coming through in this deck. So you're really very much teaching also your beliefs and preaching them and bringing them outwards. And therefore, I feel like this could be irritating, I think, to people surrounding you or a specific person. And this could be, or maybe it has the effect of asking them like, well, what's actually your plan? You know, I have this all thought out. I want this, and I want this, and I want that, and I want to live there, and I want kids, and I want to go there, and I want to build this. And you have a lot of passion for that too, you know, with the Queen of Wands here. And maybe this other person or other people are like feeling inadequate, therefore, because they realize like, oh, I have actually no idea of my future self. So that's what's coming through here with the Two of Wands. I love this card because it's such a good illustration of our vision of ourselves in the future doing something, and therefore planning, and therefore already being in kind of the action, as Freud is saying, like, I have it written down. Wait, let me. It's so good. Thought is action in rehearsal. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad that this note is here. I just recently wrote it down. Thought is action in rehearsal. This is something in general that I think is very smart, but because we often in this whole hyper-productive sort of society, we often are like, if you don't see a product, you know, that's devil energy. If we don't see a product, then it's not real. But very often we work through thought. It's already work to think. It's actually a lot of work. There is professional thinkers, they're called philosophers, you know. So anyway, this is me being Viennese, because I'm from the same town than Freud. So there you go. So I get very passionate about about that thinking is actually also something productive. Anyway, Two of Wands. This other person, I think, is a little overwhelmed with this thinking process. And I think they are getting a little anxious about this even, because they do not really have a plan. And therefore this Nine of Swords really manifests, and they're getting into like, oh God, but what can I do? And they're going into all these weird places in their mind that gives them anxiety, to be honest. And I think I mean, this illustration is just brilliant. Look at that. This person lying here and having all these thoughts, you know, and going to all these places that are kind of scary and confusing and overwhelming, giving them anxiety. So there's a Sagittarius in this, crazy, okay? This is also maybe triggered by this solar eclipse for this person. Maybe this solar eclipse is overwhelming this person a little bit. And the eclipses can be overwhelming for people or for us if we are not prepared. And even if we are prepared, they can still be overwhelming sometimes. So maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius as well. Anyway, this is really, I think, having an impact on you in a way, but you're still distanced from it. It kind of makes you feel it too, you know, you feel that confusion, but you're not stepping into it. That's what I see. You're still standing your ground. You're standing your ground. That's really what I hear here. That's what I will name this video. I think. Standing your ground, because this is such a grounding energy here with the Hierophant and the Knight of Discs. It's kind of unshakable, you know. That's very, very unshakable energy. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus as well. The only thing that I see here for you to consider is don't fall into a false sense of safety in relationships through actually a subconscious protection mechanism from past experiences that you haven't integrated, if you know what I mean. When people go into these super hyper secure, safe relationships, because no relationship, you know, there is no I mean, of course, the chances, you can eliminate the chances, or you can eliminate certain factors that things get safer, but you know, safety is also a construct that can be just shaken down at any moment, really, which is not supposed to scare you. It's just supposed to give you a perspective of maybe not holding on too much to an idea or too strong, because it can actually imprison you as well. Nine of Wands is definitely a lot of experiences, I think, that you're bringing into your situation. Maybe you're aware of how far you've come. At the same time, maybe you're not just yet realizing how this can actually give you a lot of strength. But by the end of the month, I think you're finding that strength again. So maybe sometimes you feel like these experiences are actually more wearing you out than they're giving you strength. Or you're not, there's something that you're not seeing here, I feel like. There is something that you're not, and it has to do, it has to do with the Seven of Swords. There it is, in the beginning, where it was like something where we don't want to look at, maybe, or we don't see it yet. It's not even that we don't want to, but we just don't see it yet. Your past experiences are not holding you back. They are actually making you stronger. Maybe not in the moment, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month, but definitely at some point in the future. But don't build your beliefs on the fear that everything you've learned so far has been exhausting, traumatizing, difficult, and therefore you now just want safety. Because, you know, there is this fire in you that needs to come out too. There is this self-expression. So it's important to build your beliefs from the heart and that they are rooted in love. Two of Cups is here. I love this card so much. This deck, come on now. This deck is just wonderful. Oh, and there is an eclipse. Look at that. I didn't even notice. Again. Wow. It's your own, very much your own definition right now around the 4th, that you can really expand so much of what love actually is for you. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Oh my God. Yeah, that's coming through. That song is very smart. There's not a lot of lyrics going on, but still very smart. That one line or 2 lines. All right, Scorpio energy is also here. So I want to put it on the 9 of Swords. So I think these anxiety-driven thoughts, or these thoughts that are creating anxiety for this other person, can actually be quite transformative, and they are maybe bringing a deep transformation as well. It has to do with your beliefs, for sure, because this fell on the Hierophant card earlier. So we do have, this is very much like a already existing energy for me here, a bond or a relationship with the 2 of Cups, with the 4th house, with the Hierophant. So I have a strong feeling there's a marriage, and for the ones who are married, this might be very or more accurate. We have the co-create card, 40. Number 4, stability. Again, you can't be in a relationship with another person by yourself, if you know what I mean. You can't be in a relationship by yourself with yourself, and that's very healthy and good, and you know, we should all have that relationship with ourselves first. But you cannot, you know, you have to kind of work with the other person as well. So co-create is the big advice here, which I love. And then we have this German calendar, quotes from famous and accomplished women. I want to translate them, even though it's maybe a little rocky, I'm sorry. So they also give dates, which I think is nice because they're from a calendar. So December 18th might be a date that is important to you, and January 12th. And it says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. This is awesome, especially with all this action going on in Pisces and expanding your dreams, new moon, solar eclipse. Oh my God, perfect. And then we have love is the only thing that we have. In the end, love is the only thing that we have and that we can take with us. And love makes the end so much easier. So this is by Louisa May Alcott. Very beautiful. Let's pull some charms to top this off, as I like to say. Oh wow, this felt, it's very weird. Okay, this is a message, because this felt like it's maybe 2 charms coming out and all of a sudden it's all these charms. Maybe this is how you feel a little bit about this relationship or a connection, like this doesn't feel much, but there's a lot of hidden gems that you maybe are not seeing yet. Yeah, because there is this maybe hidden gem of this soulmate connection. I feel like maybe you're still looking for that, and maybe it's a little bit of a, sometimes when we look too close at something, we cannot really see it. You know what I mean? If you go too close to a thing, I think you saw my head now, then you cannot really see it. Sometimes you have to go away a little bit to regain focus. There's so much magic. All the magic charms came out. Are you kidding me? That never happened. From this, there's a magical transformation. From this whole, from you standing your ground and also believing in the things you believe in, this is, I think, something that creates a lot of magic in a connection. Also be aware of creating black magic. I'm just saying, I always say that. That's nothing that I necessarily see here, but be aware of how you speak and what you speak, because, you know, you can affect a lot. Super grounded, super hardworking. You are in boss energy here. Super grounded. This can also have to do with Capricorn moving, or Venus moving retrograde in Capricorn, where there is a lot of work coming up to the surface that has to be done in family environment or in relationship environment. That is very productive though, not work in a bad way, you know, just being responsible, doing the right thing, things like that. Super grounded, super resilient energy you have here. Crazy. Those two earth charms and all this earthy Hierophant energy. Yeah, deep transformation of the thought, what you want to invest into something and who you want to invest in. Creative attachment. This other person is, so stay creative and stay, I think, still you want to invest. You're showing your full self. I love that. I love when that charm comes out upright. Maybe the energy is a little drained here in this connection. This whole anxiety, thinking too much about the what and the ifs from both of your sides is draining, I think, both of you, but more the other person, because they're going more into a negative mind space. You're just like in a what if, not necessarily negative or positive. This is very weird how this came out. Okay, there is sacral chakra, so that's sexual energy that can help here with the anxiety. If you're close, then maybe try to slowly, but steadily spice up a little bit the bedroom, maybe. This person definitely has a very spiritual attachment to you, a third eye attachment. They are loosely attached also to the idea of settling and settling down, but it all is woven together here. Look at that, how that came out. I don't want to pick it up, but do you see that here? I want to zoom in. Here you have the settling charm, and it fell on the pin, and then this is the third eye attachment charm, which says, like, they see the truth in you, they see the true you, and they're very spiritually attached to you. Okay, wow, love it. Well, I mean, if this is a specific person, especially a committed relationship, I think this is time to imagine the bigger picture. This is the time. And to really fully go there. Wow. All right, Gemini, that was your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, and come back next time for the next one, and I can't wait to do another reading for you. Check out your moon, your ascendant, your Venus and Mars if you want to know more. And I hope you have a great December, happy holidays, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.